Hey guys, today we're going to talk about something that I've never really seen other people talk about. I don't know, I always, every time I have a crush on someone and every time I want to get over someone that either I had a crush on and I was obsessed or I was in love or I literally just like them a lot and whatever. And I always look up tutorials. I'm always like, how do you get over someone? And they always tell you the same things. Hang out with your friends, keep yourself busy, you know what I mean? Like, do things that motivate you, you know, tell yourself, like, okay, this person was not for you and all that stuff. Like, we all know that stuff. And here's the thing, I'm going to tell you my personal experience because I had a crush on a guy last year and I got over him at the beginning of this one. And I fell in love with a guy this year and I still like him. And I can't tell if I'm still in love, but I think I'm still attached, like emotionally attached. And so I guess that means I'm still in love. You know what I mean? Like whenever I think, this is a topic for another video, but I think that I'm in love with someone when I'm genuinely attached to that person and when I genuinely care for that person. It's not just thinking about them and how good they look and whatever, like it's actually caring about them, like caring about, yeah, just them, like what happens to them and like what they do and how they're doing. And you're genuinely you have this bond, you have this yeah, you're attached to them, you know what I mean? Like you're happy to see them, like you're happy with their company, like you actually like them as a person. That's what I think attachment is. But anyway, um I think, because here's the thing, I have been depressed before. No joke. Like, I like to make this face, but it's no joke. When I was 16, and it's kind of like depression, I feel like, because I remember when I was depressed, it was an up and down thing. Like it was a roller coaster. Like I remember I was feeling like shit for months, And there was one month, I remember it was February, where I was feeling a lot better. Like I was thinking about other things, I was distracting myself, I would get like random celebrity crushes and whatever. Like I was listening to music. Like I was, you know what I mean? Like I was open, finally open to liking other people and stuff. I was really stubborn. You know what I mean? Like at first I was like, no, I'm feeling bad and I feel like this and whatever. And I went to on this continuous loop if I like this person and whatever. So at first I was kind of stopping myself or kind of making it, I was making it harder for myself to get over it because I was stubborn and I was like, no, I like this person. You know what I mean? Like it had to be and now it can't be. So, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I guess I was stubborn, but why am I so itchy now? And but I think being open to, I think wanting, and this sounds really stupid, but wanting to get over that person and wanting to be over it and wanting to like other people in the future or to fall in love with other people in the future or to be with someone else in the future, that's already a huge step. Like thinking this person was not the one and was never the one or whatever, this person didn't like me, they're not for me. Like knowing that, even if you don't feel it, but knowing that objectively, even if you really, really wanted to be with that person, that's already a huge step, says the girl who's still not over the guy. But here's the thing, I think a mistake that I made is that, okay, so I liked a guy from an internship I did. Well, the only internship I ever did in my life. So when I left that internship, all I had to do was my master's thesis dissertation. Like my master's dissertation, that was everything I had to do. And it would obviously take a lot of my time, but I was also I would procrastinate, and whenever I would procrastinate, I would think about him, and whenever I don't know, I would stalk him on social media, as it's pretty normal. I think we all do when we like someone, and I couldn't stop thinking about him, and the fact that I had so much free time because I procrastinated, that, I kept thinking about him. Like I was thinking about him all the time. I couldn't even focus when I was doing the dissertation because I was thinking about him so much. And then in the holidays, when I started getting towards the end of the dissertation and whatever, you think about him less because you're doing the thing. And then I went on holidays and I was outside all day. I was doing different things every day. Well, not different things, but I was, it was a different thing from what I usually do. So because I was in a different place doing different things and whatnot, I would think about him much, much less. And then like there was a week or something after I came back home from the holidays, I started doing a PhD. And I also joined an association, which I ended up leaving. And link is down below, or you can just check out yesterday's video. I spilled all the tea. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. Anyway, so if you want to check out the story, it's actually kind of funny. I don't know. Anyway, so it went wrong. But anyway, I was in an association where we did like events and all that shit with other students for 2 weeks. So for those 2 weeks, I was in the morning it was PhD, in the afternoon I was doing activities, and the weekends I was also hanging out and whatever. And then after the association like thing ended, I was just doing the PhD. I was doing other activities like things here and there, I guess, and I was still hanging out with friends, and I've been doing other things. I started making content again, so like I'm doing things all the time, and I barely think about this person, but I do think about him sometimes because sometimes I walk past the place where I did the internship, and I think about him. Obviously, like there was this other guy that I liked almost 3 years ago. I can't believe it. And we would hang out, him and I and another, I don't know how many friends, like another 8 friends. Let's say we would hang out to play cards and stuff. I tell the story always, but anyway. And so we would hang out at a specific bar, and every time I walked past that bar, it's kind of close to the place where I did the internship. And so every time I walked past that bar, I would remember this guy, and I would feel bad because it was another guy who I almost fell in love with, and he was like objectively and subjectively, like I was about to fall in love with him because like he was amazing. He was so sweet, he was so smart, he was a gentleman, and we had like a good relationship and stuff. Like he was my type in every way possible, like on the outside, on the inside, and we like had good chemistry and stuff. Like I don't know if at the end of the day, like I don't know if he liked me but he didn't tell me anything, or maybe like I missed the signs or whatever, or he missed the signs, or maybe he was gay. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but it hurt for a long time, and every time I walked past, I would think about him. And now I walk past that place, and now I'm like, now it's more like gone, but I do think about him every once in a while, and I'm like, ah, dude, like that happened. But I remember like months after, you know, he left because he was a foreign student. Months after he left, I would think about him sometimes, and every time I would remember him, I was like, ah, like it would genuinely hurt, like, oh, this guy, like, oh my God, like it was genuinely painful. And now with this other guy that I like, it's still like that today. Every time I think about him, I'm like, ah, this guy. Like, it's actually embarrassing. This case is really embarrassing because now he has a girlfriend. So I wish I could just like think objectively to myself, like he has a girlfriend, like like it's gone, the crush is gone. Because what do you mean you don't like me? You like her and you don't like me? I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, but like the thing is, like I should have this amount of self-worth where it's like I like a guy, and if he doesn't like me back, gone. Like I'm not attracted to the fact that somebody's not attracted to me, the fact that no, this person doesn't see like who I am or whatever, or like how, do you know what I mean? Like I'm not a, like if someone does not put interest into me or does not show me like interest, like why should I be attracted to that person? That's what I mean, you know? And but I don't have that, it was all in my head. Like this is really embarrassing, but I would swear to God, I was so certain. This is so embarrassing. I hope he never watches this. I hope nobody from the internet watched this, but maybe they're going to, whatever. It's fine. I swear to God, like I was so sure that he was gonna ask me out the last week I was there. I swear to God, I was so certain. I was like, he's gonna ask for my number one of these days. Like on the last week, I was like, he's gonna ask for my number. Big time. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And guess what? It didn't happen. And he didn't even follow me on social media. I followed him on social media, and nothing ever happened. He never reached out. But you never know. Like, listen, I still think that maybe one day, whether I get over him or not, whenever it is, maybe one day he's gonna hit me up. A girl can dream, so. I don't know, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like, objectively, it's embarrassing. Sometimes I think about him, and I get sad. I'm like, ah, like, I don't like crying over men, getting sad over men or whatever, because it lowers your aura, or like it reduces your aura, whatever. But sometimes you can't help it, like he was a sweet guy and he was really nice, and I don't know, he's one of like the objectively like one of the sweetest guys I've ever met. Like I know it's like probably bare minimum, like okay, there should be a lot of sweet people in the world, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. You like who you like. That's it. You can't choose to an extent, I guess. Anyway, So I was telling you the story, but I was not telling you like the thing. When I was depressed, in February I was feeling good. I don't know if in March I was feeling better or worse. I think I was like slowly feeling better. It's just that I had days where I was feeling like shit. And I remember like in May and June I had like the biggest like breakdowns and I was feeling so bad and I was so desperate in the sense that like I was like I'm not gonna get over this. Like I can't believe it's almost been a year. I'm not over this. Like I'm still feeling like shit. I can't get over this. And then I ended up getting over it. I went on holiday and so I stopped thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, like finally a distraction, something different. You know what I mean? Like I started being excited about things again. And with this guy that I have a crush on, like I said, now I'm doing things and it surprises me how like whenever I still think about him, I'm like, damn, like I liked him so much. Like whenever I remember him, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like the memories are still like they're still so like feeling charged, you know what I mean, like emotions charged, you know what I mean, like whenever I remember something I'm like the internship, this guy, so I don't know, maybe it's because it's too early. I mean, I fell in love. It's not just like getting a crush or whatever. How many months has it been? It's October and I left in April. Don't tell me. Well, it's been 6 months, but it's longer than the time that I was in the internship. I don't know. But I guess it's hard, you know what I mean? Like even though I haven't been thinking about him, it's not like a thing where like, okay, I'm not thinking about him, I'm doing other things and whatever, and poof, it's gone. You know what I mean? No, like sometimes you're gonna feel better, sometimes you're gonna be like, oh fuck this guy, like who is that guy even? You know what I mean? Like he didn't even like me, oh fuck him. There are times where I'm like, yeah, and part of that was because I started dissociating a little bit, especially in the holidays. And today I'm probably still dissociating a little bit. We're going to talk about that another day. I made a video about it, but it was really messy and I have more things to say about it. But sometimes I'm like, who even is that guy? You know what I mean? Like who is he? Do you know what I mean? Like let's think about him objectively. Like I didn't see him for a long time and it was like a really short time period ago. It's like who the fuck is that guy? You know what I mean? That's what I tell myself to make myself feel better. But anyway, um, but it's not sponsored. But I don't know, it's hard. I guess it's not like a linear thing. I think you're gonna have your ups and downs. Sometimes you're gonna feel worse about it. Sometimes you're gonna feel better. The cool thing is that now I'm doing other things and I like what I'm doing. I guess even though I've been a little bit sad lately, like I like what I'm doing in life. Like I chose to do this PhD. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have chosen it. I'm happy right now. I'm gonna be stressed, and I know that I'm and I'm scared, but I still don't regret my decision to have done this. And I mean, you need to have a job. You know what I mean? Like even though my passion is really entertainment, but I need to have a job. And entertainment is my passion and now I'm doing this. I'm making videos every day, I'm making posts, I'm making TikToks, I'm posting every day, I'm trying. So, and I'm excited about that. I think that's the most important thing. You have to do things that really truly fulfill you and that really truly make you feel whole by yourself. It's like I don't need this fucking guy. Like look how cool I am. Look at all these things that I'm doing. And it's I don't need anybody to be cool or to like myself or to like where I am in life. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. This was kind of messy, but yeah, this is kind of like the process of getting over someone. I think it's gonna hurt more at first. It's gonna be more painful, but maybe over time it can still hurt. Like maybe the intensity, like you don't hurt for that long, but like it's still kind of intense. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's less, but it's still like intense when it hurts. And I don't know when I'm gonna get over this guy. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. I'm really just trying to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to reach out to him. I'm never going to text him. I'm not, even if he and his girlfriend break up or whatever, I'm not going to. I made myself disappear from social media. I hid my stories and everything from him. You know, I also did the most like similar thing to blocking him. I also muted his stories, his posts and stuff, which is kind of stupid because I still stalk him sometimes. And I check out his posts and stuff, but I don't see his story, so he doesn't see that I saw anything. And he can't see whenever I post a story, which is not often. So I made these things to kind of like distance myself. He didn't even notice, but it makes me feel better. I don't know. It's just it's a process. Yeah, it has ups and downs. Sometimes you're going to be feeling really good. You're going to have a 2 week, 3 week, I don't know how many months, weeks, whatever period where you're feeling great. And then you're going to be thinking about him again the following week. You're going to be like, oh my God, this man, I miss him so much. I don't know what it depends on. But yeah, keep yourself busy. Do things that you think are really, really cool. And try to, if you don't really like yourself, especially, try to like yourself more. Practice that a little bit more. It'll make things easier. It's still not easy, but yeah, sometimes I'm just tired. Sometimes I'm just tired of feeling feelings and they're not reciprocated and stuff. And hurting is tiring. And I'm a little bit tired. So, I don't want to get emotional. I'm not crying because of that. It's just where I am in life. Things depend on me now, but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was messy as shit, but anyway. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.